The former First family is coming back to the district, and some of their neighbors are going out of their way to welcome the Obamas back. They tell us that after hours of trying to save the life of Juliet, she was pronounced dead at a hospital nearby. They've seen dozens and dozens of fights here. They've never seen one quite like this, where a boy attacked a girl. There's still confusion at airports over who will be allowed to fly. Some airlines are permitting those with now valid visas to board U.S.-bound flights, while others are not. While the attacks in this area have been fairly harmless throughout the city, they've become a lot more violent. 3 of them have been confirmed dead. 1 is still in stable condition. The other one is in critical condition, so obviously a very violent scene out here. He's the package. He's got it all. And you obviously saw me embarrassed, but now it's Melissa's turn.
Okay.
All right, so here's one of the questions that we asked Romanio that we also put on our Facebook page. What is she saying about how Trump is choosing his staff and what it means for the next 4 years? They're trying to chop down that tree as well as restore power, but as you can see, the entire neighborhood still in the dark. Parents in D.C. may be resting up for Monday when the annual common lottery and applications for schools begins. He did address the courtroom and the family of the victims. He told them that he was sorry, but that he cannot remember any details of what actually happened. It was just emotional to watch it all over again and really be reminded of what we take for granted, especially our health.
All right, well, the contestants wrote in from all over the world in 10 different languages, and the winning entry came from Canada.
This is really a disturbing story of how a father of 2 was killed. In fact, the judge then addressed the defendant and told him he deserves to be behind bars because having him free would put everyone at risk. A tattoo is usually forever. This one will now forever remind Mauricio Morales Cáceres of what he did to earn it. You see, detectives say he was a known gang member of Mara Salvatrucha, MS-13, and he got this tattoo just days after killing someone he knew.
He had nothing to say, but even that, I've been seeing other criminals that still apologize in the end to the family, which I was thinking that he could do that, but, he deserved.
Morales Cáceres said nothing in court, but did smile when police interviewed him. We now know Morales Cáceres went to visit Oscar Uriel Navarro, and it's in Oscar's home that the gang member stabbed, cut, and slashed Oscar 89 times. He then ripped out Oscar's liver and left it on its chest. Oscar's kids and ex-wife were the ones to find him covered in blood.
We went to the basement, and he's lying there, but I see blood, and I don't know, I'm saying, Oscar, Oscar, he doesn't get up.
Morales Cáceres is seen throwing gang signs here. He'll now be behind bars forever, a move Oscar's brother believes will keep others safe from the man who took his little brother away.
Enjoying life, always telling me to be a better person.
And unfortunately, Oscar is gone, but he does leave behind a legacy. He has a son in the 8th grade and a daughter in the 6th grade. They're now here, and it's so packed that you really can't move. We wanted to actually go around the perimeter, and this is pretty much as far as you can get. It's shoulder to shoulder, and that's really been the case all day. As you take a look at some of the video from earlier, just hours ago, you'll see that there were thousands and thousands of people pretty much all over the area. They came out for the rally that happened in the morning. Then they stuck around, obviously, for the Women's March that started at 1 o'clock. A lot of them said it was so packed that they weren't even able to march because of the amount of people that ended up showing up. So then after the march was over, they continued to take over the streets, walking around. I'll tell you, it was a really peaceful protest. A lot of people just excited, a lot of momentum, people very emotional to be a part of such a big march here in the area. And again, people just wanted to make sure that their voice was heard. Take a listen to what some of them had to say.
I have 3 children.
Even still at this hour, people continuing to say the exact same thing. And again, as you take a look, you'll see all of these people continuing to stay here. And what they're telling us is that they plan to stay here until they eventually get tired. But you can see a lot of momentum still from the White House. Live in Washington, D.C., I'm Ileana Diaz, WUSA 9. John, speaking of strong characters, Exxon CEO Rex Tillerson is being considered for Secretary of State. He apparently has some ties to Russian President Vladimir Putin. Is this a surprising pick for him?
Well, he hasn't picked him yet.
Now, are there any picks that Senator McCain has been happy with in terms of what Trump has decided on?
Sure, I think he's happy that...
John, one last question. You also have Senator Bernie Sanders on. How does he feel that Democrats will respond to and approach the whole confirmation process?
And work together.
All right, thanks, John. Well, it sounds like a very busy and interesting show today. We'll be tuning in.
Thanks.
Ready?
All right.
I am.
Are you nervous?
No.
The center of the atom is the...
Nucleus.
I knew that one too.
Fantastic.
You weren't quick enough?
The part of the atom that has a positive charge is the...
Proton.
Oh,
I got that one. I knew that one too. I just wasn't quick enough.
Let's step it up. Let's do
Okay.
this.
What is the mass of the proton in kilograms?
1.6726217777 times 10 to the negative 27 kilograms. I assume you're learning that.
We'll do some basic math. Yes?
Elemental math?
Elemental math.
Great.
Elemental math. You ready? So, carbon plus hydrogen plus boron equals...
Equals magnesium.
All right.
Was that an easy one or a hard one?
That was easy.
In the Standard Model, the strong force is governed by what boson?
Oh boy. The gluon.
Is that right?
Yes, it is.
Of course, of course.
These are going to be bonus questions.
Bonus.
Yeah.
Okay.
The topic is a little different.
What famous celebrity just announced she's having twins?
Beyonce.
You got that one.
Well, congratulations, you won. And I present to you a certificate
Oh.
saying you are smarter than a TV reporter.
I don't know about that, but okay.
All right, good job. Thank you.
What? When they got to the math part,
Yeah.
you knew it was over.